Hey guys, how are you all doing? So I've been talking a lot about people getting their knickers in twists over nothing and video games, and I've said the words feminist and social justice warrior so many times you could make a drinking game out of it. Let's do something a little bit different. Let's talk about something new and fresh and interesting, at least interesting to me, and that is music. Big fan of music. I've got a ton of CDs like lying here, just off frame here, ranging from stuff like I've got a recording from a church choir called the Parsons Affair, all the way up to Metallica and Fear Factory and stuff like that. Wide range of fucking music. I recently got back into guitar as of like a couple of years ago. I've been playing on and off for 10 years, but I never really stuck, or I got too busy, or what have you. So I recently started like properly practicing and playing in earnest, with the hopes to just jam with people and start a band and stuff like that, because one thing I didn't mention in my first video when I said I was sick of filmmaking is that I want to do music. I want to start a band. I want to start recording stuff, because that's, again, another big interest of mine. And I've always sort of said that if my movies suck, then hopefully the soundtrack will be okay. That's sort of been my little motto to myself. Which is why Sour Grapes I feel has an awesome soundtrack, as does Terror by Night, actually. Thank you, Lewis. So, I play music, I play guitar. The one I want to show you in particular, I've got four, but I want to show you this one in particular because it's one I've been doing up for a little while now. This is a Hayes Fat Strat knockoff, 120 bucks off eBay. Out of the box, it played okay. What I really liked about it is that it kept its tune as well. Like, it kept its tune really fucking well for a really cheap guitar. But, like the pickups were shitty and stuff like that. As I said, it played okay, but it wasn't great, so I started modding it, both aesthetically and in terms of performance. So, pretty much all this here is all custom, all aftermarket. These are all custom tuning knobs. I got those off eBay for really cheap. Mirrored pickguard, again, really cheap. Always wanted one, like, I kind of dig the mirrored pickguard. Originally, I was going to just, originally it didn't fit, and I wanted to just cut it up and just glue bits of mirror on there, but I ended up not. And it ended up fitting when I got it, when I got the pickups in anyway, so it kind of worked out in my favor. The two pickups here, these two, they're both DiMarzio. So that one's a Airnaut NAS, that one's a Chopper. And I've got a humbucker from hell sitting, again, just off frame, that I want to replace this one with. And that will be happening very, very soon, I hope. Yeah, so this is pretty much my little passion project. And I love it very much. It sounds awesome. And then I've got sort of decals and stuff like that. There's a decal in the back there. The decals are all from a Ouija board decal set that I got, like, to emulate Kirk Hammett's Ouija board guitar. I ended up sticking all the stickers on, and it looked terrible. It looked too busy, and it sort of distracted a bit too much. I mean, it's not much to write about by itself anyway, but I felt it was too busy, so I took them all off, and then what was left is pretty much what I'm sticking with. So yeah, that's my little fixer-upper. I've got three other guitars as well, which I will show you now. So, this one, my beaten up old acoustic. I've had this for years. Still plays really, really out of tune, actually. So I've had this for years. This is a present from Tessa, because I helped get her over here ages ago. When not when she moved here, but when she first visited, she said, look, I can't really pay you back. And I said, well, all right, well, give us a guitar then. And she said, yeah, okay. So that's how that happened. And now I have that. That's been in every single share house I've had so far. And here's to many, many more, because it's a good little guitar to play. I'd love to get a semi-acoustic, actually, but that'll do me for now. I'll wait till I have a job for the semi-acoustic. Next guitar is this one. This is my second pride and joy. It is a Epiphany Gibson. That's a new brand now. Epiphany SG, standard SG. This is the cheaper end of the model. It cost me about $300, and I've always wanted an SG. and now I have one. I ended up getting a huge chunk of money for some reason. I don't remember what. So I paid off a couple of debts and bought a couple of supplies for myself, and I bought this. So, which I'm pretty reasonably happy with, actually. It doesn't hold its tune as much as good as I'd like, so I might need to look at that. And the pickups are a bit muddy, so I'm hoping at some point to replace those. Other than that, great little guitar. Glad I have it. Glad I have an SG now. I've always wanted one, as I said. Yeah. There's that story. I actually bought that on a whim. I was hanging out with Will Broom, Kensington 25, for those who know him. And I said, I should really buy. So we were looking at Alan's music, and I said, dude, I think I'm going to buy a guitar. I've got all this money here. It's like, and he said, okay, you go do that. So I did, and that's why I have that. Last guitar I've got for you is a single coil Strat. This is another knockoff. This is an artist brand knockoff. Wilkinson pickups, and it's a gorgeous little guitar. I love the look of it. The reason I bought this on a whim. The original idea was to replace all the pickups and everything with with the setup from the Billy Corgan Stratocaster. And I was set to do that. I bought the guitar and everything. I was set up there and I said, okay, look, this is what I'm going to do with it. Put that back. So I posted a picture of it on eBay saying, hey, new guitar I got, I'm going to pick it, I'm going to do it up. And then Cassidy from Terrebonne Art Sour Grapes, who's stayed in touch since, said she alluded to the fact that it looked like the guitar from Wayne's World. So I'm not sure I want to do that now, because it's the Wayne's World guitar. No stairway. So I'm in two minds about that. If I do anything to it, I would. Maybe I'll keep that color scheme, but I'll replace the pickups in it. Not sure. I do need to take it in for a service because the electronics are a bit fucked. But other than that, it plays okay for what it is. It's awesome. It's a good little starter guitar, and it sounds okay. So I'm not too put out even if I don't change anything around. What else can I show you? Let's see. So, pedals. Let's talk pedals. This is an accelerator. No. So this is the pedal that I use most often. This is a Digitech Distortion Factory DF7. Again, eBay purchase, and I mostly got it because it does 7 different settings of distortion and emulates stuff like the Ibanez Tube Screamer, Boss Metal Factory, and the one that I bought it for, which was it emulates the Electro Harmonix Big Muff Pi, and that's the setting I normally keep it on. So I pretty much just should have bought just the Big Muff pedal, really. What else have we got? Let's see. Digitech Bad Monkey. Hello. Digitech Bad Monkey. This is a loaner, actually. This is Brendan's. He lent it to me when we were living together, and I haven't given it back yet. So Brendan, I have your pedal. Come and pick it up. And so up until a couple of years ago, I had this crappy little amp. It was a crappy, I think it was Amptech, Axtech. That's what it was, Axtech. Just a training, crappy little, not even a 5-watt training amp. It was crappy. It sounded like shit. Only reason why I still had it is because that was the only amp I had. And I bought it because I was young and didn't know any better. Well, my parents bought it. I had 2 inputs and I had like inbuilt distortion and stuff like that, and I thought it was the most amazing thing ever. And then I heard a real guitar amp, so I kind of that's been confined to the garage at the moment. I don't know what I want to do with it. I could sell it, but apparently it's got a couple of electrical issues, so I might just take it to work and pull it apart instead. Get someone to pull it apart and say, hey, look, here's a free amp that you can have to do whatever. So that's a plan for that. And since I sort of decommissioned that, I've just been using Amplitude and stuff on my computer and running through GarageBand and all that stuff, which was great. Finally bit the bullet and got myself a training amp. I've had this for about, how long have I had this for? I've had this for about a year now, I think. But this is the Orange Crush 12. This is what I pretty much play on. I pretty much picked this up because I wanted an orange amp and that was cheap. Sounds really good. Sounds really good. If you're looking for a training amp, that would be the one that I would recommend. Yeah, so there we go. There's my collection. And then I've got picks and a capo over there and fucking tuners and all that shit. So guitars not featuring in this little thing. This is guitars I've, long since gotten rid of. I had a Ranger Strat copy, which was terrible. The neck was bent. It sounded like crap. Color scheme was kind of cool. It was like black with a white pick guard. So that looks kind of cool, but it just played so horribly. Also had a Legend Les Paul knockoff, which it needed so many repairs, so many things were wrong with it. I bought that for like $50. Yeah, it was cool because, hey, it was a Les Paul, but it wasn't an actual Les Paul. Yeah, so they're the two that are sadly no longer with us. And then, as I said, I've got the amp sitting in the garage, which I've had for millions of years. If I can palm that off to someone, that'd be great, but I think I might have to do something else to it, possibly involving fire. As far as stuff on the wish list goes, whole lot of stuff on the wish list. I do want to get a proper Fender Stratocaster at some point, like the proper legitimate USA Fender. I'll settle for Mexi Strat if need be. I did want a Les Paul for a while, but I don't know, I've kind of gone off them. I do want to get a proper tube amp eventually. I'll even go with the Orange Tiny Terror if need be. I'd like just a proper amp that I can just crank up to 11 and just go nuts on. That'd be awesome. I do want a whole heap of effects pedals and stuff like that. Yeah, so anyway, the wish list is huge and will cost me a lot of money. I might just focus on fixing up the what I've already have at the moment. So that's it. There's my little guitar showy-offy show and tell thing. I hope you found that interesting. Hopefully it was a little bit of a departure from what I'm probably going to keep ranting about for the whole month, which is people being idiots over video games. Hope you found that interesting. If you did, great. If not, oh well. It's my channel. Go away. I will give you a give you a little demonstration, but performance anxiety. Anyone who has a dick would understand. There is actually a video that I did of me playing on the Haze, and that was a while ago before I put the new pickups in. So if you're interested, I'll put that here. Aside from that, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Catch you next time.